Hello world, this is JWP, J Ward Primo Beats, coming to you live from my bedroom. Check out my website, jwpsite.com, for my social links, latest news and updates, and public offerings. If you'd like to help support what I do, check out my Patreon, JWP Patreon. There's exclusive content there for making your own audio plugins and synth edit. Or my GoFundMe, JWP Fund. If you're watching this on YouTube, a like, comment, and or subscribe are appreciated. I'll be continuing along, remixing, remastering some of my older beats in FL Studio. And once the last I left off, I'm not sure if that's grammatically correct or whatever, I was mixing Statco. This was co-produced by a rapper named Status, otherwise known as Sean Spence. That's where the name comes from. Co-production by Status. And thus the name was born, Statco. So I was looking at the toms here, the toms. And what I wanted to do was split them out so that I could get precise notes instead of just sort of pitch bending. I'd much rather frequency shift than pitch bend, or pitch shift. That's the proper term. So I was considering using just the sound font player. However, it's probably better that I actually use the sample. And in order to do that, the fastest way to bake a sound font back into its waves is to use direct wave and save as a direct wave. So do that. Hopping around my machine here. This is called Dry Tom. Go ahead and open that. You've imported multi-sample unless you've enabled monolithic mode and direct wave, or save them as new presets. The sounds will be lost when you save the project, right? So it looks like there's actually 3 toms here. 4. Quite funnily mapped. Funnily mapped? Quite obscurely mapped. Okay, let's see if I can just drag. No dragging. Sample. Can I drag from here? I think it's just going to move stuff around. Yeah. Okay, so file save sample as. And then I'm going to dig into my working directory, which isn't available as favorites. No. Okay, so it's time to dig. And this is Dope Pro. This is all the samples just named Dry Tom. Right. So this is Statco. And we'll call this Dry Tom 1. And just continuing down. I wonder if they're all the same file. Just moved around. Yeah, it sounds like they're just the same file. Definitely. So I only need that one. I'm like, that not been the best idea to name it Tom 1, but I didn't know that. Okay, so let's go ahead and delete this direct wave here. And then I'm going to insert a new one. I believe we want sampler. Grab this file. I forgot to add it to favorites. Let's add favorites here. Dope Pro, Statco. Okay, so I'm gonna rename this. This isn't in fact Tom 1. This is just Tom. It's a little quiet on my end here. Okay, so it's funny that it has loop points. Like, really? Does it really need loop points? Alright, so what note is this? Detect. There's only tempo, there's no detect pitch. I mean, I guess I can look myself. And we'll just go to empty bank, right click, find next empty, and we'll just trigger it. Can I say ignore loop points? Okay, so that cuts out way too abruptly. Let's fade that. It's not as long as it used to be now. But it'll just play forever if it. So fade it out. Why isn't sheep chat working? Why is it over here? Okay, Control Alt U. Unclickable. It's supposed to be over here. Now let's see draw. Coming through the Twitch. Control Alt U. Okay, now it should be unclickable. And it's actually the wrong spot for that as well. So let's move that down a bit. Control Alt U again. And we just want it to sit below our toolbar. Control U. Right. Probably the most I'm going to get out of it. Probably pitch it down to get more depth out of it. I don't really want to mess with it too much. Let's listen to how long these hits are here. Okay, compared to this. Okay, so these are much higher. That's probably why it's got more depth in it. What I can do, I guess, is you can pitch it down. Time stretch? Does that do something, right? Time stretch. Can I lower it? Oh, no, way too much. Okay. One. Wow. That's one. Okay, time stretch multiplicator. Again, it's massive, so let's do that. Let's leave it alone. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. What about with this? Oops. What? Okay, so now that it's like just has like, you know, a length here, let's try like this. Hopefully it'll. Yeah, okay, it stops. That's what I need. Does it stop abruptly? Yeah, it does. That's not good either. And it's not doing the loop point thing either. Oh, because it's off. Okay, let's go like this. Sort of. I guess I can use this, right? So no attack, no hold, no decay, full sustain, just release. Oh, maybe no tension. Supernatural. Tempo based. Sorta, maybe 10%. VMYK coming through in the chat. It's not responding. Is it the sustain maybe? Okay, so maybe the K. There it is. So maybe 60%. 40%. That kind of sounds more natural. So maybe we'll go 50. Exaggerated a bit. No, 40 sounded best. And it doesn't matter how big this is now. What? Work like that. Okay, so sustained. Okay, off like that. Let's get people in and out of the chat. Probably bots. Video with the bots. Okay, so is this working? Yes, it is. Okay. And this then shouldn't matter, right? It does matter. What? Because of the sustain. Okay, so full decay. Undo. It's really weird. Because it should only be decay, right? What if I put decay, then it just disappears? It's kind of messing with me right now. Regions. Hmm? Still nothing, eh? What's that sort of? Okay, so that's as good as it's going to get. Alright, it's still kind of quiet for me. So, 8 HVD, yes. Coming through. Okay, so that's done. I could probably drop this sound font now. However, I still got to figure out what the tuning is for this. Of course, I went to look at. That was the whole reason I went to a new channel. It's channel 20. Throw that there. Okay. And we're going to look at span here. The lowest note, so it's a D. Attack is looking like an F. Ooh. It's probably the attack that's a bit more prominent, though. Tones are weird. Really wish I knew the actual tuning. Okay. So I'm going to call it D. Then. So if it's D, then these aren't in fact. These are all D. Right? So that would be like this. Oops. So 1, 2, up 1, 2. Okay. So, yeah, let's go and copy this a few times. I do believe I had, what, 5 notes? Actually, I'm going to undo things here. Nice, looping around. Set it for undo. What happened to... So there they are. Can I see the undo? It's not going to show. The undo. Oh. Usually when you undo a certain things, it shows you. Let's reset. Well, okay. So from C. Alright. Selection. That's 2, and then I accidentally go up 1 too many, then back down. What happened to no selection? What was a note? This one? Okay, I'm just going to redo it. Selection. Just got to pay attention. 1, 2. 1, 2. Wait a minute. Is that always D? Okay, step sequence edit. It actually incrementally undoes stuff. So it doesn't look like there's any more edits. So this in fact was a D. That's it. Okay, so start here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, and 1, 2. Okay. And I think we're out of key with that C sharp. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna set the helpers up here. View. Helper scale highlighting. Default. Snap. No, not snap scale. Is it minor? D? Okay. So now only the highlighted notes are in key. Want the tom here. Okay, those can chill out. Yeah. Okay, so this here, I suppose. Okay, so I have how many notes? I have how many notes? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's 4 toms in the tune of D minor. E minor. Okay, did I do that wrong? Set it up for D minor. Yeah, so it's E minor. Sharp is still not an option. But everything still fits. Okay. Then it's 4 notes. Lowest notes. What is the root? Info. E minor. Yeah, so what's the root? I believe that's a bass note, right? What's the first bass note that hits here? E. It's E minor E. Root E. E minor. Root E. Okay, so up the toms, our highest note is E from A. So our lowest note is A. A, D, A, C, D, E. A, C, D, E. Okay, and this is D. And we're going to go and add some new toms. We'll call this tom 1. Tom 2. Tom 3. 4. So really the question after that is, oops, not Windows, but is how do I... Question after that is how will they be mixed with neutron? I guess I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. It's going to be quite a headache with 4 toms. And I probably shouldn't have named those yet, so let's get these passed down. Okay, oops. That's annoying sometimes when you miss the click and it, yeah, actually I totally think I spaced on that one. Pretty sure I hit default when I was supposed to be hitting save mixer track. Kiz triple Y 5432 come through. Rename Tom. Okay, let's get these routed. So Tom. Can I right click it? No, still no right click. Can I right click here? No. No, I asked for that for a long time ago. It would be so much more helpful if I could just right click here and send to my channel. Of course, they don't listen to stuff like that. They much prefer to add color stuff and AI cloud mixing and new samplers. Whatever, forget him. I'm busy. Let's go. Frequency shifter here. I'm going to shift up. Shift this up. Whoa. Okay. Leave chat. Bye. I should probably turn off leave chat. It's a little degrading. Then Tom 3. And Tom 4. Okay. So I'm pretty sure they're like all the same, right? They're all D. Which D? Let's find out. I don't even know which D it is. Quite a bit quieter than this one. This one's cranked full blast. Okay, spam plus. Here, this is D2. Okay, let's jump on here. This is D2. 2 somewhere. And as I remember, we're pitching down, right? Because when I was using the sound font, I was pitching down from C, which is up here. No. It actually looks like I was pitching up. Any pitch changes? No, wait, it is K. Because if I go reset, then it's going to bounce up, right? No. It's default C3. Did FL Studio change its standard? No, C5 is still there. Wasn't it just C3? Quantizer signal in. Undo move effect. Just another thing I wanted to do to look at was the A/B compare. So I'm just going to reload this file. That was the wrong file. Cancel. I'm not done here. I need a whole new FL Studio. Much appreciated. I want to check my emoji thing. Apparently, every time you say FL Studio in the chat, it's supposed to throw up this flash. No. Didn't work. So something's wrong with Stream Elements. Anything working? Is anything working? Yeah, they're working. Those are working. The one just sits there. I wonder why the FL Studio one doesn't work. How do I clear chat? Why is this see-through? That's not supposed to be see-through. Anyway. Useful clean messages. Control-Alt-K. Okay. And then Control-K again for that bot. Should ban the bots. This one? Where's the FLP? FLP. I mean, not that it matters. I just need to see this key. If I change the key here, because I don't know. I'm sure it said 3, right? Yeah, it does say 3. So when we pitch up, we pitch down. When we pitch down, we pitch up. Confusing, right? For instance, here, C5. So these need to come up to whole octave here. Okay, so it looks like I was pitching up then, in contrast here, because these were set to C. This was set to C3. Why? I don't know. Okay, so I was pitching up. So to make it to the A, I have to pitch up, right? Yes. Okay, so to make it to the A, I gotta pitch up instead of down here. Shifting to an A4, no. Wasn't it like D5 or something? Because that's pitched down. But that's on the same thing. Whatever. It was on the same key. It was just pitched down. I don't know why I pitched it down. I did. So it's D2. And then we want to get to A. So we're going to shift to A. A2. Okay. So now I should have my first note here. And then I'm going to repitch this here, and then it should be the exact same as this. What? Din, din, din. Sounds like some homework. TV movie, made for TV movie. Soundtrack baloney. Okay. Patch, pitch, patch, pitch, pattern. These guys. I don't know what happened there. Why isn't this working? Is this still set? I know, because I changed it, right? Sounds higher. And it also is just totally... Still not as loud. What is this? Okay, it has this volume adjustment here. That's pretty crazy. Let's copy that. Why is it so low? It's awful. So short. I mean, I can't use this. But, let's turn tempo off. We're going to use this envelope. The default ADS. I don't think there's an S. There has to be S. Full S, and what did I say? 40%. It's not natural, but it's fine. And if it sounds really like wrong, because I pitched everything up, that's what it is. I pitched everything up. Gotta love remixing your own stuff, eh? When you're a kid and you're like, yeah, it's so cool. Don't know what the hell you're doing. So much lower? Let's go down then. I almost want this to be a list as well. So just pop it. I guess I could just type it in. And I'd still have to guess. Commander root in the chat. Okay, let's try this again. Kinda, it's better. It's more match. It's off though, it's still off. Because this isn't G. I'm not aiming for G, I'm aiming for A, right? Check that. Still not sounding. Spin. Where are you? Yeah, it's A. Ish. It has to be A because G sharp won't work. Okay, so I guess I'm fiddling with it a bit. Breaking the rules a little bit. But things like, whoa. Now what? Why? Because I pitched it down. Okay. So back up I go. 8-2. That's F. So no shifting. Again. So that sounds so natural. Why is it normally at A? not shifted at all anywhere. I got resample, but that doesn't matter. Did change that. It's normally at A. So I'm playing the wrong pattern. Maybe not my best day for being in the lab, but I'm in the lab, so I got a little extra time. So what's this? Right, that's the default mode here. To a blank pattern and give me the default. Okay. Let's go modes, bring you down to C3. Okay. Okay, so you are not pitched yet. You are not pitch changed. Here is a C. Give me the C. C4 though, so that's a whole pitch down. D. Default D. Because I'm not hitting my targets here, it's not calculated properly. It feels like loading. D. Turn it off. See what it goes. This isn't pitch shifted. No. At all. Anywhere. No. Okay. Let's see. Let's turn this off for a second. D. What the hell? I see. So when it's using its loop points, it changes its tone because it's sustaining itself. But I do really need it lower, so to speak. Or longer, rather. So let's go to put 6. I'm going to use these bad tools here. Resample, and then I'm going to pitch shift it down. Should be longer now, right? No? Yeah. Actually, let's go hold 12, and we'll get the ring rate out of it. We'll come back up, pitch shift back up. Super fake. Super low. Switch. Okay, so it feels like I made it back. But it's not longer, though. Nothing happened. Whatever. How can I make it longer without using the sustain points? Or the loop point. What is this? Is this on? It's on? Why is that on? It's just not possible. That's all there is to it. This is as deep as this tom is going to get. And we're going down to A. Is that correct? Okay, can you not? So it's not going to sound exactly the same. Whoa, but it's the same like ballpark. Why is it looping? We're still coming down to A1. It just sounds that much crispier, like because it's frequency shifted than it is pitch bent or pitch shifted. Okay, let's go song here. Yeah, no, that's right. Just not that. Back to trying to get it longer. Should I put a envelope in there or just stretch it somehow? Stretch? Stretch, can I do that? Multiply, time stretch. Okay, let's go about 200. Just sounds off. Stretch, bro. Form it. No, form it. More form it. Nope. Well, that's all that there is to it. Moving on. So again, we're at D2. And we want, for this note, we have a G. Why am I moving down? But it's not G. Everything's +2, right? So we're not following that code. So we want our lowest first to our highest. I guess because it's the first note that's being played, I guess, on A. Didn't I just come from A? Was I aiming for G? C, D, C. Guess I was aiming for A or G. C, D, C. A 10 coming through in the chat. C, D, C. Okay, I'm going to reload this again. Something just isn't feeling right here. No. And then we're going to go right back to the original file here. It might have to dig around for a while, I think. No, it looks like it's finding everything properly. Okay. The original file. G, C, B, G, C, D, C. So we're supposed to be aiming for a G here. And that's a lower G. Not A, G. It's horrendously low. It's like a B. It's not calculating properly, or what? High quality mode here. No, something's wrong. Turn it off. It's A. It's supposed to be a D, I thought. Because that's 1. What is this? It's a D. Why does it sound so spanky? Okay, because this stretcher's on. Okay, so D to G. Paying attention? Okay. There we go. That sounds right. Compared to this, I mean, that's huge, but the same note. All right, then. What does this sound like with high quality? Same. And I'm actually going to go macros smart disable here and get some CPU for things that aren't being used. And then I want it longer still. This is huge. And the resonance lasts like a whole bar. Let's make it like 3/4 of a bar. Back here again. I think the only way is to use the loop points and try to figure this out, right? Then this envelope. And get rid of that. Come here and trigger at C. That's the wrong C. That's the wrong one as well. It's supposed to be C, ain't it? I'm on the wrong tom, that's why. Okay. Now, let's play it. It's huge now. Let's shorten it up. There. Pretty much the same, huh? Except for like the attack. But the attack on the other one is super fake. It's like if it was being hit by a really big stick. Okay, moving on. So my next note is moving from the bottom to the top. We have an A. Okay, so eighth. I'm not sure if that's correct. As far as A3, are we moving up? Let's try. Okay, Phil Studios auto saving. I swear it picks the most inopportune times. Okay. And there's no note there. Those notes are wrong. Okay. So I'm going to copy this over to here. Move on to a fresh pattern. Just like this little sound. Is that really what it's doing? And also I need to copy over this volume modifier here. It's dropped everywhere. Okay. It's way too high. They're the same note. They're the same note. I do indeed have 4 notes, but my next note isn't an A. It is a B or B sharp, but there's no B sharp. Okay, so looking at this, my notes are wrong here. This is an A. And that's what I did for the first one. So I have that done. G. And say it's too low. Okay. Sure, this is the right one. I'm just going to put it in there because this is starting to irritate me. Oops. 5 here. Sorta. I think that's a mirror there. Because the frequency shifter creates a mirroring effect. I'm pitching up. No. T to A. So this one. It's higher. Okay. I'm just gonna roll with it. I feel like I'm chasing my tail here. Okay, so A and C. So we want a C for the second one here. From D to C. Oops. Can't I got all this stuff in here. How do I clear chat again? I use Control Alt K. Yes. A. A. Why is it still playing? Is this the wrong one? That's the right one. For this one, I want a dry talk here. Oops, there. I want it here. And then one here. Okay, so it's not doing anything. What is this supposed to be? A B? A C. That's totally wrong. Is that right? This one's too low. Is it supposed to be a G? Because this is D. I felt like the better is G. No, it's an A. This sounds like there's no difference though. Once I go this C. Okay. Get this to -4, I think. Yeah. It's just so perfect, I guess. That's my next note here. D. So it doesn't even, I don't even need that for the D. And then an E. Let's jump in here first and we'll trigger up this D. And then 4 is an E. It's the D, right? So D, I'm still on D. This is an E, which is here on the next one. And then back to D. Did I say E? Okay, so this is garbage. I'm not using these anymore. So it just made things a little too confusing. Okay. I still, however, need my E, I think. Right, C. Channel. E. E. Interesting how that one disappeared. When it should have been channel 3, but I didn't remember pulling it out of that channel. All right. So it's all queued up now. It's not, it doesn't feel like it's changing though. Just the toms. Of course, it skipped on the one part I wanted to hear. Sorta. But like this sounds way more exaggerated. Also quite a bit louder. Chill out. You actually can't even barely hear it. Two of them play at once. I'm not liking this new view here. To set this up better. Effects, VST3, span, plus. And high res. Can I speed you up? There's two play at once. That's kind of weird. I don't like that. It's not it's skipping, it's playing two at the same time. Still be down here. 16, 17, 18, 19. Better 19. 15. It's 15? It's base, right? What's this? 16 and 19 are triggering at the same time. So the only place that it was properly running is right here. I don't really feel like it's moving down though. Dun, dun, dun. It just sounds like just cleaning it up so that they're not bumping into each other. Kind of a glaring mistake. This is what I'm here to remix. Okay, I guess that does work. Maybe with a little compression, it'll sound a bit better. I think it's just because of the frequency shifter versus a pitch shifter. Just doesn't even look like it's moving. Okay, anyway, let's jump back into here. Let's close everything. That's done. Back here. Let's highlight these. They like that snare now. Yes. So here's that other frequency shifter. We'll go ahead and delete that. Then, what else? So that's done. Toms are done, surprisingly. I say surprisingly because it's actually kind of fast. There's still more side chaining to do. So I'm going to side chain the toms into everything else. Bass drum will take precedence. Toms over bass, yes. Bass guitar, I mean. Okay, so what's left? So I want to look at compare A and B, and apparently that's the thing here. So I've got to figure out how to use it. Sure it is, right? something's A and B. Is it just the plugins? It's themselves? Yeah, store in separate states. I don't want to control. Why did you do me dirty like that? Can I undo that? Isn't there like new undo things? Undo, reflect. Okay, cool. Oh, undo, replace. No reflective. The compare A and B should definitely be the whole insert, but I guess not. I guess I could like save states. That just feels like a long time loading. Yeah, no, I don't see it. Compare or load to separate state. Does it do that for everything? Like I can do with third-party plugins, load to separate state? I can. Start separate state. All right, so not a lot was changed. Feels like I lost my compressor though. Like, there it is. If it's not on, let's bring Morph on here. Turn that off. Demo, Beats Fit Pro, yes, everything's fine. Spacing. So am I ready for Neutron? I really think so, because like I was always so focused on mixing before. As far as really being ready though, I want to do the bass clean thing. Considering making a plugin just for bass cleaner. Then I can just slap it on and not have to worry about it. As well, I do want to do some stereoization, right? How long is this again? It's 170, right? So it's a minute and a half. Let's change this here. It's a minute and a half. It goes around, looks like 3 times because we got like a verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus. Which isn't really a thing, but that's fine. It also looks like we have some other things. 25. I remember I used to have like a spin back. So that's probably what those were. A spin back is just a record being spun. It goes and then the beat starts. How about this? 23, 22. Like there's pieces missing, which is interesting. I wouldn't say missing, they've just been removed. Main automation. How do I get to that? Let's rename that. Rename that nothing. Okay. Why is there no pattern 9? So from this compressor to this. Top down. I'm almost considering keeping the compressor because it does bring a little bit to the table. Then again, I'm going to be running it through Max or Ozone. So. Okay, so let's do the bass cleaning. The bass cleaning done here. So we want to bass clean the guitar. So I'm going to go guitar low, high, guitar low, and guitar else, or guitar mid, high. Then we're going to jump in here, acoustic guitar. So this isn't doing anything. As I said, I won't be using sweet spots for these setups because I don't want to change anything. Like in the past, I did want to However, I'm now feeling like I don't want to do any mixing to these older beats. It just takes away the authenticity of how they used to sound. All I want to do is fix glaring mistakes. So we're going to go to 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. And this is 500, 5,000, which is correct. Let's get them routed out. I'm going to use this processing. So 1, 2 is insert what? I guess I got to sign chain them first, eh? So we're going to pull this. I'm going to send them here to here. Then go guitar low and guitar mid high. Okay, so now that's split, segmented. Before I was looking at it differently. Spread. Is spread the same as like mid slide? Because maybe I could just send it out, right? So completely side the thing, but I don't think that's going to be a case. I don't think that's the case here. So let's bring in a EQ. Maybe I can just do a bass clean, is what I'm saying, without having to do a bunch of routing. Because all stereo spread does is turn up and down the mid side. And then we're going to go 500. So type in value 500. Then we're going to go linear. We're going to go combine. So you can hear that guitar, eh? So that'll be leaking into the subwoofer, which we don't want. We just want the bass drum and the bass drum and the bass guitar. So what happens if we go spread 100%? Oh, the computer goes. That's what happens. So no, it's not the same thing. It's likely because there's still mid signal here. Yeah, because when I do the routing, I turn down the mid, right? Okay, so let's put these back here. And then we'll get that guitar out of there. We're going to bring in another sweet spot. It doesn't matter which one. Oops, overdrive. Plugins, sweet spots. We'll just use the same one for the smell of it. And then we're going to eliminate the mid channel here. Still kind of there. Boost the side channel. And we're going to drop the output back to where it was. Okay, but we need a reference first. So let's turn this off. About 15 here. Just waiting for it. 18. It's got to climb up first. There's that one part where it climbs, right? This occasion I wish I had a scrub wheel. It's those chords that are doing it. Okay, so put here. Okay, and then this is the output here. We want to come up to 15 again. We've murdered the sound. But we're still coming through the oh. Three, 9. Okay, 7.5. Still got a mid signal. Why? I gotta do it again, maybe. So double down here. We're trying to merculate this mid signal on the low end. Is it because of this? Maybe it shouldn't matter. It's still not merculated. It's like doing its best to, but it's just not. Look how loud it is now. I might just have to use FL Studio tool. Let's take a patcher here. Patcher. And split band EQ mid-side. Compression. Compression filter, mid-side EQ. Okay, and then we want mid. That's only 18 though. So let's kill the mid. Still not enough. Okay, so we're gonna pull up. Okay, what's going on with the buffer here? Triple buffer, and we got maximum. What's playing that's really occupying so much? There's not a lot going on. I don't know why it's maybe on the master here. It's master, turn off maximizer, compressor. Yeah, that can give me some. Give me something back. Okay, so let's unplug this like that. Let's go. Isn't there a duplicate? There was a duplicate. Maybe that's just for controls. Okay. All I really need is another filter or a EQ. So let's bring in another one. I'm just going to chain this together. Can use any gainer, really. And now I'm going to cut it some more. I think that's all we're going to get, right? More. Plug in. It should be like a decimator. Just kill the whole channel. Well, can I do that? Just kill the whole channel? Right? It's still there. Like if I just kill the whole channel, it's only sending side image information now. But it's still there. This is still playing, right? So here is without it. Yeah, look at all that muffle. Listen to all that muffle, rather. So that is, in fact, the case here. I can just, kill the whole channel like that, which is pretty much what I want. And boost the side. That's how I get it, right? That's how I get it back. Okay. So we want to boost the side back up to 15-ish. Just percolated. Ooh. It's not merged. Let's merge it. All right, it's gone. Completely gone. Okay, so we want to come up to 18-ish, or 15 rather. So we're going to come down to 15. It's like there's a peak there. It's coming up 12. 9. No, why did it just jump? It just wants to jump all the way up there. No matter what I do, is something off? I was looking at the wrong one. That's why. Genius, man. It's still not enough. Okay. So let's bring in another one, I suppose. Plug in EQ, PQ2. And we're going to come up. Looks like 9 more. Let's try 6 first. That looks like about where it was. Let's compare here. Yeah, about there, I suppose. Lost a little stereo image, but that's the point. Okay, so that guitar is now out of the bass channel, out of the subwoofer. Before and after. Okay. So this is on the sort of monitor speakers, the left and right. A little bit of fadiness. Let's turn this off. It's a difference, but like it's been hollowed out, right? So what we're hearing is like a loss. It's kind of loud. Merge it. Gone. Get back. It's too loud. It's perceptually less perceptively louder. So let's like pull it down a bit here. It's in the middle now. That's what's happening. Can't even hear it. And when we put it back, it jumps to the sides. Still perceptible though. So let's go down to about 15. There, now it's just kind of sitting in the background. Let's make it subliminal. There we go. So we can pull this. Okay, and we'll combine it again. We're just going to double check that the base is clean. This bass drum can really use some more body, but that's right. We're going to call this a sub. Can I rename this? No, not today. Rename somewhere. Rename. Sub tester. Okay. Turn everything off, bring it back. Okay, so that kind of does it for the guitar, acoustic guitar. As far as bass cleaning, I don't think there's anything else I want to take out of the bass. Let's listen. See if there's anything I just came out of here. Let's listen to make sure there's nothing else in there. We don't need specifically that point. It's still kind of floating, but it's not taking the body. Bring it some volume. Like I said before, it kind of tickles on top, right? That bass drum definitely needs some more body, though. That'll come later. However, for now, let's get the top tester out of there and see where it sounds normally. Wow. It's so perceptible now. It's not at all what I wanted. What about with the low completely gone? It's just like a high pass, right? I think it's that reverb. Low cut 400. What if we bring it up to 5? Like I said, it's like tickling. Right? But we'll leave this reverb to 5. Let's bring it down to 4. We're gonna keep things how they used to be, even if I'm warping it a bit. It's kind of interesting what it's doing. Wow, it's kind of like swishing the brain around a bit. And I'm sure things are going to get more out of hand as I continue to mix. Okay, so now what I want to do here is I want to kind of consolidate all these patterns. I used to know how to do that. I don't know. It's like you make unique, right? Make unique. So let's just look at the patterns here. And I want to strictly, keep things to where they're at. Pattern 2, where the drums end. Can I shrink this down a bit? Corner. Okay, so guitar and drums are on the same channel for some parts. Wait, I remember. I think I used to consolidate everything and then use like split by channel. Okay. Let's try that. I'm going to save. As we move into like a experimental. And these last bits aren't really anything. And just so I have things straight here, let's move the root and key out. Control, Alt, Control. How do I move it down? Shift, Control, down. Let's move it out of the running here. Why is it stuck at 9? Is it because of main automation's in the way or something? Let's cut it. And then we'll just jump to, let's jump to 9 here and get that thing out of there. All right, and then we can move it down. Weird how it was kind of in the way. Then we want, so 9 is now here. Oops. Roots and key isn't there, so we can delete that. Okay, so now pattern 1 is in fact track 1. All the patterns and stuff line up with each other. What is 19? 19 isn't a thing, right? There's nothing on pattern. Oops. Nothing on these ones. 19, nothing. 20, 21, 22, and 24. I'm not sure where 23 went. Anyway, those aren't anything. So let's get them out of there. Maybe that's 23. It's 25. Okay. So anyway, let's get them out of there. They're not actually anything. Just in the way is what they are. Then I go like this, I remember. Regress. Coming through in the chat. Coming through on the Twitch. Okay. So I got this selected. Now I use the arrow, right? And I go. Select. Snap view tools. Consolidate playlist selection. Edit. What's my other options? Merge selected clips. Create new clips with manual fades. Snap fade. Okay, those are new to me. Make unique. Does it make unique? Let's try. Make unique. I'm gonna save first again. Saving FX track 12 of 127. Is that all there is in FL still? Like I never use that, I guess so. But I never use that many. People be like, oh, I need 1,000 extracts. Anyway. And my chair is up against the wall again, so I can hear it rubbing. Okay. Make unique. Somewhere. Lost it. Make unique. Are you sure you want to make all 404 selected clips unique? Yeah, I think I do. Okay, so FL Studio's thinking about it. I'm pretty sure this is what I did before. So I'm gonna have an extra channel here though. My sound font thingy. Oh, no, that wasn't what I was thinking of. Okay, let's go undo. We're gonna reload. No, because I don't need 404 patterns. Maybe it was combine, right? Something. Ooh. So those, I don't need track 19. Wish you could just do shift. Shift names things. Okay. Touchpads are the worst sometimes. Other times are the best. Here. Tools. Consolidate playlist selection. Export all playlist tracks. No. Clone selected playlist track. Consolidate playlist selection. Song starts. Not like that. I'm sure I've done this before. I just can't remember. Oh. Time markers. Clip source. Quantize song center detached edit. Does not make unique. Merge selected clips. Merge similar pattern clips. Merge automation clips. Create new clips with manual fades. Okay. Consolidate playlist selection. I'm gonna maybe have to go look at some of my older videos. It's like combine or something. Merge selected clips. Let's see. All right. And I still have my original clips, but oh yeah, but it drops it like in the middle of nowhere. So Y, undo, redo, consolidate. So I'm looking at pattern 2 here. Right, pattern 2. Maybe I have to do a new pattern. I just want to see if it's going to save over it, right? Or if it kind of bumps it into place. What happened? Nothing happened. Okay, so it just kind of sticks it and then moves this down, right? Do merge. Pretty sure that's what's happening. So what I do want to do is make a new, sort of a new pattern, not new pattern, but a new spot for it. I'll go merge clips. Okay, so now it still sticks it in pattern 2. Oh, because maybe it was already there. Like I got to redo it sort of thing. So tools, merge selected clips, and then maybe, yeah, okay, so now it's on its own. No, it's still in pattern. It's still in slot 2. Why does it put itself in slot 2? It's like, I live here. Anyway, okay, so everything has been squished down to this one. Of course, I don't need the dry tom, but it's there. And this one is rename that to nothing. And how this is work, how this is going to work, how this work is, yeah. So we go in, oops, we go in here and we have everything, right? We have everything. It's now a complete song. And at this point, I right click and I go split by channel. And then it drops everything. So it's all merged still, but it drops everything into its own individual clip. So now I can go in. Which one don't I want? I think this one, the one I don't want. 2 and 3 and 4. Okay. So maybe just X this somehow. Just to represent that it's not being used. And now I can do whatever I want to all these things. However, I've made a blunder here. I've lost my original setup. So I gotta reload. Let's reload. I guess I could undo. It's the same thing. Okay, so I'm gonna just redo everything I just did. But I want to keep this layout, right? Like I don't want to lose my original sort of arrangement. So let's go arrangement. We're going to go clone. Arrangement 2. We'll call this merged. I'm pretty sure this is how I've done it in the past. This is, if I go look back at my YouTube videos, I've done this before. And I also used to do pacing this way. However, I said I don't want to touch things too much. Plus, there's not a lot of velocity dynamics. Blue bass won't. Guitar string might. But I'll have to create something to emulate velocity dynamics. Anyway, merge selected clips. We have a new arrangement. So we're going to go merge selected clips. And of course, it's going to stick it in slot 2. Or whatever. Oh, look at that. I can select more, but I can't select less. Whatever. Let's go rename. We'll fix that. And then what? Pattern 2. What's it doing? I want to move down. Okay, so here. Control Shift down. That's what I'm pressing. No, I'm not. I'm pressing Control Alt down. Okay, you go to the end. 19, and then I go in here, right click, split by channel. Bam. Okay. Now, if I go back here, arrangement, I now have my original arrangement, right? And now I have the merged arrangement, which I can mess about with the different stereoizations. Guitar, let's move that down. Try drum is the one we don't want, so let's throw that down here somewhere. Move this down, move this down. Stream elements joins chat. Okay. 4. I don't know why it's joining so late. It should have joined a long time ago, like when I started. Maybe it's just reset itself. All right then. And from here, I can do sort of whatever I want. Especially now that I have sweet spots here, I can go ahead and do post. We'll go segmenter on. And we'll merge the bass and the low end, and we can just leave the high end here. We don't have to send it anywhere. And now that base will always be in the middle, below 500. So it's always staying in the sub. Even if I go into my notes here and say we go pan and we go LFO and we just wiggle this base all over the place. 50%. It doesn't seem to be doing anything. I'm not sure why. Try it again. LFO. No. Don't feel like it. There we go. Okay. Value. 75%. Range. It's not too fast, too slow. There it is. Okay. So there's only a few notes there. Let's go 2 steps. 1 step. 4 steps. 8 steps. Anything? 16 steps. 32 steps. It's just not giving me anything. 64 steps. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. 128. I suppose it's a little too thick. 256. That's kind of weird. Let's go back to 16. Nope. 32. Nope. 64. Okay, so we have some variation there. Now let's go a range of 50. And our value sits here-ish. Okay. 50. Let's bring the range down. Still don't have variation between them. Like, the only way to get it is to offset. Maybe the phase. There we go. The phase change. And so it has to be out of phase sort of thing. And of course, I don't have a readout anywhere. Something like that. So it's never in the middle. And then if we play it, my base is going to now be all over the place. Sorry, it's supposed to be. Maybe because it's so low. There it is. There's just nothing up there that is... Ooh, nice. What is that? Little improvisation there? I think the pattern clip, my... What do you call it? Decided to join the party here. This... What was that originally supposed to be? Right, so I gotta call it, but it's interesting that it's working. I'm not getting a lot of the base just because there's nothing up there. So if I turned off this guy here, the base will start moving, but only in the high end. It's supposed to. No, it's not doing anything. Maybe because there's nothing to move? Yeah, there's nothing to move. So I gotta create a stereo image here. Pan bands, I guess. 75. Phase change. 8. There it is. Okay, so that totally went in the garbage. I'm going to have to restart it from where I left off. I'm just going to say this is an X underscore X. And I'm just going to have to get this pattern out of there. That's the only real problem. And I can focus on the bass later. Check out my website, JWPsite.com, for my social links, latest news and updates, and public offerings. If you'd like to help support what I do, check out my Patreon, JWP Patreon. That's with 2 P's. There's exclusive content there for making your own plugins and synth edit. Or my GoFundMe, JWP Fund. If you're watching this on YouTube, a like, comment, and/or subscribe are appreciated. Thanks for watching. Until next time.